Good morning, friend. In the last some videos we have to see the breakdown in gases and breakdown in liquid. Then we have to see the breakdown in non-uniform field and what is the discharges. Then if the field is non-uniform, an increase in voltage will first cause the discharge in the gases to appear at a point with highest electric field intensity, namely as a sharp point or where electrodes are curved or on the transmission line. This forms of discharge is called as corona discharge and can be observed as a bluish illuminance. This phenomenon is always accompanied by the hissing noise, and the air surrounding the corona region becomes converted into ozone. This is related to the corona discharge you are studied in the power system. Corona is responsible for considerable loss of power from high voltage transmission line, and it leads to the deterioration of insulation due to the combined action of the bombardment of the ions and of the chemical compounds formed during discharge. Corona also gives rise to the radio interference, and the voltage gradient required to produce the visual AC corona in air at the conductor surface called as the corona inspection field, and can be approximately given for the cause of parallel wires of the radius r as EV is equal to 30 md bracket of 1 plus 0.301 divided by root dr. For the case of coaxial cylinder whose inner cylindrical has radius r, the equation become EC is equal to 31 md bracket of 1 plus 0.308 divided by square root of dr, where m is the surface irregularity factor, which becomes to equal to the unity for highly polished smooth wire, and d is a relatively air density correction factor. It is given by 0.392 b divided by 273 plus d, where b is the atmospheric pressure in torr and T is the temperature in degree Celsius, where D is equal to 1 at 760 torr and 25 degree Celsius. The expression were found to hold the good form atmospheric pressure down to a pressure of reversal torr. The graph of the breakdown in non-uniform field, where we have to taking the gap that is spacing between the electrodes d on the x-axis, and voltage we have to taken, that is breakdown voltage, on the y-axis. We have to drawing the graph here. Breakdown in non-uniform field such as coaxial cylinder, point plane and spare plane gap, the applied field varies across the gap. Similarly, Tausson's first ionization coefficient alpha also varies with the gap, and hence the alpha into d in Tausson's criteria is written by replacing alpha d by, that is alpha d by integration of 0 to d alpha dx. The Tausson's criterion for breakdown now becomes gamma in bracket of exponential of integration 0 to d alpha dx minus 1 whole is equal to 1. The non-uniform field breakdown process as applied to their streamer theory, the equation becomes for the radial field at the head of an avalanche when it has crossed the distance x is modified as ER is equal to 5.27 into 10 raised to minus 7 alpha x exponential of integration 0 to x alpha dx divided by square root of x divided by p whole per centimeter, where alpha x is the value of alpha at the head of the avalanche and P is the gas pressure. The criteria for the formation of streamer is reached when the space charge field ER approaches a value equal to the applied field at the head of the avalanche. This is the breakdown voltage as a function of pressure in SF6 gas we have to shown here. On the x axis we have to taken as a pressure, and on the y axis we have to taken as a breakdown voltage, and we have to putting the electrodes SF6 gas, and we have to apply the something voltage, and we have to draw the characteristic for that by increasing the voltage to find the breakdown voltage at that point. From the practical engineering point of view, rod-rod gap or spare gap are great importance, as they are used for the measurement of high voltages for the protection of electrical apparatus such as transformer. The breakdown characteristic of rod-rod gaps we have to shown in the figure. Shown in this figure, the power frequency and impulse breakdown voltage curve for a rod gap in air at normal temperature and pressure. One rod is earthed and absolutely humidity is 6.5 grams second per feet cube. Impulse breakdown curve are for various times of breakdown on the wave tail we have to shown in the image for the various frequencies. The breakdown voltage where we also observe to depend upon the humidity in the air. In the case of rod gaps, the field is non-uniform, while the case of spare gap field is uniform. If the gap is small compared with the diameter, in the case of spare gaps, the breakdown voltage do not depends on the humidity and are also independent of voltage waveform. The formative time lag is also quite small, even with the 5% of over voltage. Hence, the spare gaps are used for breakdown voltage measurement. This is the negative lightning impulse breakdown voltage in the mixture of SF6 with nitrogen N2, air and CO2 for coaxial electrode system. Then we have to discuss the post breakdown phenomenon. The post breakdown phenomenon are the glow discharge and arc discharge. These are the different phenomenon will be occurs after the post breakdown phenomenon. In the Taussig's discharge, the current increases gradually as a function of the applied voltage, and after that the glow discharge will be occurs. A glow discharge is characterized by the diffused luminous glow. The color of the glow discharge depends on the cathode material and the gas used. The glow discharge covers the cathode partly and the space between the cathode, and the anode will have intermediate dark and bright region. This is called as a normal glow. If the current in the normal glow is increased such that discharge covers the entire cathode surface, then it becomes abnormal glow. In a glow discharge, the voltage drop between the electrode is sustainably constant, ranging from 75 to 300 volt over a current range of 1 milliampere to 100 ampere, depending on the type of gas. The property of glow discharge are used in many practical applications, such as cold cathode gaseous voltage stabilized tube for rectification, relaxation oscillator and the amplifier. In this application these are used. Second one is the arc discharge. If the current in the arc is increased to about 1 ampere or more, the voltage across the gap suddenly reduces to a few volt. The discharge become very luminous and noisy. This phase is called as a arc discharge, and the current density over the cathode region increases to very high value, 10 raised to 3 to 10 raised to 7 ampere per centimeter. The arcing is associated with the high temperature ranging from 1000 degree Celsius to several thousand degree Celsius. The discharge will contain a very high density of electrons, positive ions called as the arc plasma. Study of arc is very important related in the study of circuit breakers and switches contact. So that we have to know the what is the arc discharge. We have to discuss the consideration using the gases and gases mixture for insulation purpose, because in several applications or equipment we have to use gas or gas mixture as an insulator in the various in various applications. So we have to know the knowledge about the various gases and its properties and what is the breakdown strength of that gas. So we have to know the what is the actual electrical properties of that gases. The gas become a high dielectric strength, so we have to use for the application. It should be a thermal stability, chemical inactive towards the material of construction, means whatever may be the gas we have to use it in the one application, it does not chemically react with the construction material of that equipment. It should be a non-inflammable, so physically inertness and environmentally non-hazardous gas we have to use, and low temperature of consideration. It has good heat transfer capacity and it should be easily available at moderate cost. So we have to use for the various application purposes used as insulation purpose. To consider one example of SF6 gas we have to use for the SF6 circuit breaker. It should have good dielectric strength as well as electronegative gas. It absorbs the electron whenever the circuit breaker will be open and it will be extinguishes the arc. So such type of gases we have to use in the various practical application purposes we have to use. Thank you friend. These are the different concepts we have to see in the lecture. Thank you.